UFC Fight Night, Stevenson versus Choi, Darren Elkins versus Michael Johnson. We had some great fights. I am Dan Cox. Thanks for joining me. Choi is a great fighter that controls the distance like very few. Very long, surprises his opponents with his length and his ability to stay out of range but still land shots. You know, Choi throws punches straight down the pipe. Incredible 1-2, but he's got to throw 3s and 4s, finish with that left hook. His strikes were really technical, but Stevens was able to push forward, and in the second round, he caught Choi throwing a single leg kick and was caught with that counter right that hurt Choi. Broke his nose, the forward pressure of Stevens, and then those leg kicks Stevens was throwing. He was getting Choi to circle to his left, which was into the power hand of Jeremy Stephens. You do not want to circle into the power hand of Jeremy Stephens. Choi paid for it. He got caught. He was dropped. Vicious ground and pound. Ended the fight. Huge win for Jeremy Stephens. You got to take your hats off for him. It's really a great performance. He's been around a long time, but still a very young man and getting better all the time. Michael Johnson versus Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins, the blue-collar man, the grind, the guy that will take those shots and then just chase you like the boogeyman. We seen Michael Johnson put on a clinic in the first round. His speed of his punches, the combinations, the power, the footwork. He had Elkins in all kinds of trouble. In the second round, Elkins got inside, got him to the ground. That's his world. Put in the rear naked choke, ended the fight. Michael Johnson's first drop to 145. He loses it to Darren Elkins, who was on a 5-fight winning streak, now a 6-fight streak. This is a guy that you have to look at seriously in contention, because anyone that's able to put that kind of output, take those shots, and continue to push, he breaks people. And that's what he did. Incredible performance by Darren Elkins. You got to give him hats off. Then we have Jesse Clark going against Ms. Van Zandt. And I'll tell you what, Van Zandt moves up to 125. Jess, a 125-pound fighter that cuts down to fight there, and we've seen the difference in size. Van Zandt looked great coming forward. Great combinations, a lot of, unorthodox strikes, but unfortunately not power behind those strikes. The size difference was really evident in this fight, and we've seen Jess control her, get her to the ground. She was able to end this fight in dominant fashion, and this is her second win in a row. I think we're going to see Jess in the talk coming up in the top 5, maybe title contention very, very soon. This is a young lady, a young Aussie that is really bringing it. You got to love it. It's very impressive. I'm excited about that. And you know what? Honestly, I'm excited about the UFC and what they're putting together. We have some really great fights. UFC 220. I'm looking forward to doing the show about it. I can't give it all away, but of course, we got Miocic and Ngannou, which is a fight that everybody wants to see. Anytime you've got a man like Ngannou, who is supposedly the hardest puncher on the planet, throws the hardest strikes on the planet with his hands, but you're looking at Stipe Miocic, the heavyweight champion, who is well-rounded, knocks people out himself, and is great on the ground, great inside. He's got way more ways to win this fight. Ngannou can knock him out, but can he beat him on the ground? He can't beat him on the ground. This is Stipe's fight to win. He's got to close the distance, make it a dirty fight, get Ngannou on the ground and control him. And that's going to be the keys to victory for Stipe. And don't forget the co-main. We've got Cormier and Volkan. A huge fight. Everybody's sleeping on it because of Ngannou's power and it's Stipe in that fight. But I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be a great fight, a huge test for Daniel Cormier. Definitely looking forward to these fights, guys. Listen, do me a favor. Go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe. We have some sponsorship opportunities for In the Box. Also, we've got the new show coming out, Social Insanity. We got sponsorship opportunities there as well. So listen, guys, I look forward to your opinions. Look forward to your input. So for Modern Pugilist Entertainment, I'm Dan Cox. We will see you next time.